Hey friend, this video is going to be a quick and short one. Not super fascinating, not super important, but this might be helpful to someone out there. When we process our milk, we don't have fancy filters and funnels and things like that. We use what we have in the house, and maybe there is someone out there that needs to see that there are other options than having to buy the funnels and the filters and do it like everyone else is doing it. No, you don't. You can use what you have in your kitchen, and here is how we do it. So right now we're processing the sheep milk. We put it in a strainer and use a coffee filter, and it is very effective to catch any debris or hair that there might be, which normally there is not a whole lot because Chris does a very good job of cleaning their udders before the milking. But just in case there is something, the filter will catch it. The other nice thing about using the coffee filter to filter and strain the milk is it's a good way to do a health check on the sheep. If there's a sheep that looks like there might be possible mastitis or something isn't wrong, you will see it in the filter. Once the milk is filtered, there might be little white flakes or something, and then you know something's off and someone needs to be medicated for something.
But we also test them before every sheep is milked. I milk some milk out to see if there's any clotting or any abnormalities. The problem with the sheep milk is you filter a cup at a time, and then the filter is clogged with cream.
Yeah, and the sheep milk is very thick and very, very creamy. It's almost like half and half, but a little bit more cream than milk. And it's also very sweet and has a lot of health benefits.
Here, taste. I'll put my phone in the milk. You can experience it. So you didn't see that one coming.
Oh, goodness.
And now we have to pour this all back.
And we don't pasteurize our milk. We drink the milk raw. And putting it through the coffee filter is more than sufficient for us.
If you work hygienically.
If you work hygienically, that's it. Which,
And your sheep don't have this.
if you watch the video of Chris milking the sheep, you will see that he does a very good job of cleaning the udders and sanitizing the udder before he puts the suction cup on to milk. Plus, he also does the milk by hand. He uses the machine, so the suction cup actually prevents a lot of things ending up in the milk, which could happen in the process of hand milking.
And a healthy booby is a happy booby.
Oh, goodness. So, my husband knows a little bit more about the health benefits of the milk, so I'm going to let him explain to you what some of the health benefits are.
Sheep milk is a much smaller protein molecule than cow's milk, and so it's easier digestible. It is also naturally A2 protein milk. It's got about 4 times the nutritional value of cow's milk, with butter fat anything from 7 to 10%. So you drink too much of this, you're gonna have a busy belly. And it's very, very good for cheese making. We try and freeze our sheep milk so we have enough for the winter. It freezes beautifully because it's naturally homogenized, so the milk don't separate. And if you're allergic to cow's milk and goat's milk, there's a good possibility that you'll be able to use sheep milk. Also, sheep milk has absolutely no smell to it. There's always a smell to cow's milk. It smells kind of like cow.
And
Goat's milk kind of smells like goat. If you have one hair from a goat end up in your milk and you don't get it out quick enough, it's gonna be like sniffing a goat under the tail, which is not
gross.
pleasant. With sheep milk, there's absolutely zero smell to the milk. Lots of taste, but no smell.
And the sheep's milk is very sweet tasting.
Here, taste. I think this is the 5th filter we're using on 2 liters of milk because it's just so creamy and thick that the filters can't handle the pressure. You can do about a cup and a half of milk on a filter and then it's clogged anyway, the milk won't go through.
So you see that little hair? That's the only thing that came out of the sheep's milk, and the filter did a very good job of catching that.
And who would have thought a black sheep has white milk? Can you believe that?
Yeah, black sheep does not give you chocolate milk.
Licorice milk.
Licorice milk, you. So we're going to put the milk in the bottles and keep it in the fridge. We have 3 other bottles in the fridge right now. So what we're doing with our sheep's milk is we're building up stock for the winter and we're freezing it. So because the sheep's milk is naturally homogenized, it is very easy to freeze. And literally you can just, what we do is we use the super cubes and then we freeze it and then we vacuum pack it and we keep it in the freezer. And we're trying our best to build up enough stock so that we can go throughout the whole entire winter with the sheep's milk. Now, because it's naturally homogenized, it doesn't really separate the milk from the cream. And once you thaw it out, you just, like, you put it in something in a container, you just let it sit outside until it's thawed out. And you put it in the fridge and the milk is back to its natural state, exactly the same way it was when we milked the sheep. Just older, but the milk doesn't know it's older because it was frozen. So there you go. That is what we got for today, plus the 3 in the fridge. And we will show you the process of how we freeze the milk and vacuum pack it and get the new milk back in the freezer. Here are my super cubes that I use. I have 2, that's the 2-cup cubes, and then 2, that's the 1-cup cubes. So, hubby is opening the cube for me. There you go. Pop out the milk. This is what it looks like. It kind of has like a clear color when it freezes, and the moment you thaw it out, it goes white again, exactly like it looked like when we milked the sheep. So there you go. We freeze it in the super cubes, and then we vacuum pack this. And now we know it's going to stay fresh in the freezer for longer. It won't spoil. And then when we need milk in the winter, when we can't milk anything, when all the animals have, dried up, plus it's way too cold to milk here in the winter, then we have a bunch of sheep's milk that is fresh, basically when we thaw it out. You can put the 1-cup cubes in a jug, and you just put it in the fridge and you let it thaw out at its own time, and then it's good to drink. The 2 cups, they're too big to put in a jug. You can just put it in a glass bowl or something. Again, put it in the fridge, let it sit overnight, let it thaw out. You will have milk the next day. The 2 cubes that we popped out, we put in a plastic bag that we pre-cut and sealed on the one end. Okay, so this is an 11-inch bag, and the cubes fit in it perfectly.
Sometimes.
Although right now it seems like a struggle, but all the other times it went in just fine. It's because I'm making a video that we're struggling.
Sometimes it's not square.
There you go. We showed you in real time. It does actually work. It does fit.
And the pill
It's a
box
perfect
is
fit.
perfect for the rest.
Yeah, there you go. The pill box works perfect to race it on, so it's kind of the same height as the machine. It's busy sealing now. Hopefully there are no wrinkles. Sheep's milk, May 2026. Boom! This is gonna sit in the freezer and wait for us until the winter time, until we are ready to use this. On this homestead, you have to be a jack of all trades. Probably not a master of anything, but you have to learn to be creative and work with what you have, because having animals nowadays is expensive, and if you can save money anywhere, you have to save the money. So being creative, doing things yourself, and trying to still get decent results, trying different methods, you know, it's a learning journey. You have to try, and you have to see what works for you. Because as you have probably known by or seen by now, there are so many people doing all different kinds of things, and many people will get to the same end result using so many different methods. Take everything with a grain of salt, watch, learn, and in the end decide what works for your situation. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you will probably not work for me. But it's always nice to see that there are all sorts of different options out there. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a wonderful day and that you are blessed. Till next time, friend. Bye-bye.